All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about this brand new 2023 electric vehicle used tax credit. We'll dive into, some of the different nuances of it. We'll try and explain, of course, through it. And of course, if you have any questions during this video, drop it down in the comments or in the stream and we'll try and kind of get to it. But we'll talk about like what this means because it just started like 2 days ago now. So talk about all the stipulations for it and how I think this will have an interesting effect on the market. So that's what we're going to jump into and check out the used EV tax credit for 2023. But before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. So thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. We make what 2 to 3 videos a day now about Tesla content. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let's take a look at this. Shout out to the team at Hybrid and Electric Car Sales. If you're in the Nashville, Tennessee area or even the Tennessee area, give them a call. They specialize in, of course, hybrid and electric car sales. I actually know the owner there, a really good guy, really good family owned, operated business, but they have really taken a niche to electric and hybrid sales. But they put this really cool infographic last night. I saw it, so I think it's really good content. So we'll just go straight through it. So new 2023 used electric vehicle tax credit. Of course, it's got to be used. The main thing, which I actually did not know until yesterday when I read this, was it must be purchased from a dealer. So no private party sales, nothing where you could just make up a bill of sale or anything like that. It has to be from a dealer. That's not to say, there's cars that get sold to dealers all the time. So maybe like two private party people could get together and, work with the dealer. Who knows? But it must be purchased from a dealer. So probably has to be run through their bill of sale. There's probably fees, processing fees on top of that. Of course, there's tax with any vehicle purchases tax, and it must be at least 2 years old at point of sale. So model year 2021 or older is eligible. So you can't just like go out and buy, a single 1-year-old car. But at this point, we're talking about Teslas, right? On this channel, we focus pretty much only on Teslas. So there's really not going to be a Tesla Model 3 that's 2021 or 2022 that's going to be under 25,000. Not yet, at least. Who knows in the next foreseeable future what actually happens. But basically any EV, I feel like the EV that gets there is going to be a Model 3 standard range, maybe like 2017, 2018. That's what we saw pretty recently, get to that kind of price range. But that's where we're at so far right now. So the second stipulation, of course, is the price of the car. It has to be under $25,000, excluding taxes and fees. Yeah, shout out to the team at Hybrid Electric Car Sales. They do not charge. Remember, we do not charge any fees. So that's pretty fantastic. I mean, if you're looking for an EV, I know Alexis is about to jump into the chat here. If you're looking for an EV and you're in like the Nashville, maybe even the East Coast area, hit them up. The owner is actually Chip. If you want to, ask him about any questions about trying to get a Tesla, because it's going to be buying season. That's for sure. In the next few months, this first quarter is going to be pretty crucial. There's going to be a ton of deals I foresee because this is just a low time. And there's a lot of private sellers out there. There's a lot of dealers out there that have kind of paid too high for certain vehicles. So there could be vehicles coming in at the auction, for available for sale that people are going to want to exit. And that's actually my strategy right now. I'm not really looking at new VVs. I'm looking at private sellers and trying to kind of lowball them and see if I can get a good deal. But if a dealership vehicle comes up, I'll also play ball as well. All right, so the third stipulation is it falls upon you, the buyer. For personal, quote says, for personal use, income requirements, max adjusted gross income or AGI. So AGI is adjusted gross income. It could be pulling out 401k money, whatever. $75,000 for single filer and $150,000 for joint filers. And of course, there's $112,500 for head of household filers as well. So of course, this is a pretty strict one. I think some of the other EV tax credits, well, the other EV on the new car side, you could use income for this current year of when you purchase it and the year before. I don't know if it's exactly on the used one, but I would pretty much see it probably follow suit as well, because it'd probably be the same sort of stipulation. So I would agree it's this year for your income or the year before for if it, and we'll actually look into that right after this, because I actually have the IRS website app after that, but this just is like kind of easier to read. All right, so the fourth stipulation is it does not have to be a full electric vehicle. So of course we know this is a Tesla, only we're talking mainly about Tesla, but at the same time, I always have my eyes open and seeing, what other competition is out there, because I always want to do what's best for my wallet. But quote, plug-in hybrids do qualify. Anything with a 7 kilowatt or larger battery, if it plugs in, it will qualify. So, I mean, the only thing I could really think of is the RAV4 Prime. I mean, that probably won't be under there. I mean, there's a lot of other EVs that are probably in that price range, maybe not ones that, my viewers or you guys would be interested in, but we'll get there soon. Like the Model 3 is definitely right on the cusp of 25,000, that's for sure. But I mean, there's the BMW i3. I'm not saying, go for that, or even the Nissan Leaf, or even the Chevy Bolt. I mean, other vehicles that could be in that price range, but of course maybe not the, quality of, or the technology quality of a Tesla Model 3. And the last thing is the tax credit. So if you match, bullet points 1 through 4, the income, the model year, purchasing it from a dealer, all these different things, the tax credit is a maximum credit calculation is of $4,000 or 30% of the sale. So this is a dollar for dollar liability reduction. It has nothing to do with your refund or anything like that. Literally, it's if you pay $4,000 in tax liability through your year. So basically, anybody with a W-2 income of like about $40,000 to $50,000, and we can actually pull up the calculation if we really want to, but pretty much if you have that sort of liability, you will get that money dollar for dollar back. So shout out to Hybrid and Electric Sales in Nashville, Tennessee. You can check out their website. They put that great infographic. So I saw it, I definitely wanted to give them a shout and also, take a look at what else they have, but, definitely some good vehicles that they probably have for sale. I haven't yet looked at, but let's take a look at the IRS website, because I want to see, I probably can't find it quick enough, but I'm pretty sure the income has to be the same year or even the year before, but we'll take a look at it. But I'm pretty sure that's what the case is, because that's how it is on the new side for the $7,500 tax credit. So it most likely is the same on the used side as well. So this is another article from Edmunds. See, it's basically the same thing. Joint income, yada, yada, yada. Other EVs, EV requirements, personal use. Okay, not for resale. Must be purchased from a dealer. Only an individual may claim the used EV tax credit. Businesses are excluded. So this one's interesting. So the EV credit, the used EV credit will only apply once in the vehicle's lifetime. Subsequent owners will not be eligible. So you gotta be careful with that. So maybe only purchase ones that have only had one owner, or even maybe 2 owners, but that's really tough to kind of, I mean, I guess if the vehicle is only 1 year old and it was like a $30,000 vehicle, then you should be okay at the end of the day. But definitely some interesting stuff on the used side. I know Tesla Model 3s maybe aren't there just yet, but I definitely think they're going to be there soon. I mean, we could take a look, all right? Let's see. Now this is going to affect the Tesla market, or at least the used market, in a kind of a weird way, because I feel like it's going to set this floor for EVs at like $20,000, because they know dealers are going to know that there's some sort of tax credit that most buyers, or not most, but some buyers could get. But look at this. Like we're basically at, I don't know the condition of these Tesla Model 3s at this point, or even like any more history on like Carfax or accidents or anything like that, but we're very, very close to that 20, 26, 25K mark, and we will get there. I'm like 99.9% sure we will have this floor, or this kind of pressure in which Model 3s will stay in like the $20,000 to $25,000 mark, and really probably won't go under that until that that new Tesla Model 2 that might come out for like 25,000. So all right, so thanks Thanks for watching so far. Let's jump into some comments. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. There's a variety of different benefits, but one of those benefits actually includes scheduling a call with me where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. So definitely check that out if you're interested, but let's jump into some comments. Ridwan, do you think Tesla will have a demand problem